I remember in Lebanon, two places stood out.
The future of burgers and how you see it evolved or evolving.
And one day we woke up and how the hell did a car reach out to be inside the shop?
Now today, we're going back to what we did before.
And it was the place to be. And whoa, long time.
You were cool if you went there.
The ingredients are ready. My sauces are fine. Cold vegetables, juicy meat.
And he put that cheese in there, the cheeseburger was born.
Welcome to another episode of Burgers Unscripted.
Today we're going to be talking about trends, the future of burgers, and how you see it evolved or evolving.
Burgers started as a patty and a bun and some condiments. It was small, put in a paper bag, and at least this is how we used to see it in American movies. I remember in Lebanon, two places stood out. Our childhood days, the old childhood days. And probably it was avant-gardiste, it was before their time, because both closed. And back then, eating a burger was a celebration. Yeah. I remember doing my birthday over there or the birthday of my friends. And having a burger was that you're going to the burger place. It was not that every single day thing. And I started salivating. And imagine I would have a burger every day. And both were named, one was called Juicy Burger. Imagine what a name. You remember Juicy Burger?
Yeah, I remember
Juicy Burger on Zalka.
There's one more. I want to see if you know what I'm talking about, what I'm thinking. Go ahead.
Juicy Burger was wow, very simple. Looked like a McDonald's bun. One small patty, only ketchup. I remember I was probably 8 or 10. Probably only ketchup. Something sweet in it, probably relish, not pickles, if I remember well. Put in a paper bag. Looked a bit like an In-N-Out concept of the days. Yeah. So if you go a step back and 30 years back, 35 years back, Juicy Burger was that one place of burger. Looked like an American diner. Red, yellow colors. In-N-Out style, McDonald's. We didn't have both of them in Lebanon, definitely. No. They were not as trendy as they are today. And it was the place to be. And whoa, long time.
You were cool if you went there.
Exactly, and they had to close. Nobody understood them. Probably the bills went up. Probably the war. I don't know. And then there was another one. Which one?
For me, Winners.
Winners
on the highway almost, if I remember correctly. It was like on Jaladib or somewhere in there.
There was one in Jaladib.
Yes.
One in Sahel Alma in Jonia.
Okay.
And the big story of Winners, why people remember it today, is one day we woke up and saw a car inside Winners of Sahel Alma. Yeah. So Sahel Alma Winners is Paul today, and that burger shop facing the highway. Again, wow, the iconic burger place, very trendy, very cool, kind of a Five Guys of the days. And one day we woke up and how the hell did a car reach out to be inside the shop, which is probably around a meter or two above the highway. And this is the last souvenir we have of that shop that closed. I tried to go online. I went online, searched for Winners, searched for Juicy Burger. What a great name, Juicy Burger. Yeah. And nobody ever used it again. And both have nothing about them online because they were way before the Instagram or the internet of today. I remember the first time I had internet was probably around the 90s, 91, 90. And before that, nothing else.
Go ahead. Do you know, because you're jogging my memory. And remember, I'm coming straight from the States. So these things, they're so true to me because when I came from the States and I see these things, I have affinity. A place in Hamra called Wimpy's.
Of course, not the one of today.
No, but the Hamra one, the classic one was all of the Arabic movies and whatnot. They also had a decent burger, I remember, that they used to make. Yeah.
And back then it was, we never cared about what is the bun or what is the patty or how it's made or what are the ingredients. It was a good burger, or at least the burger we know. Yeah. And then fast forward to today, how hard it is to appreciate a burger because we know the ingredients. It's very complicated. It has become very complicated in a way of, imagine how the competition is very high. Yeah. So we don't appreciate any burger any way the way it was before. So it was that burger, any burger of Bistrot de Quartier or the burger next to you. And each one had a way of doing it and we got accustomed to it. And this is how we used to imagine burgers. Yeah. So back answering your question, burgers started simply. So I'm trying to imagine how it evolved. Okay, so from a steak to mashed meat or ground beef, and then the evolution of the bun, that needs to last for long. So what did they add to it for it to last for a month or 2 or 3? So when you open up a bag of buns, at least it would last 7 days before getting rotten. So back then there were no all of these. And then the meat, I believe it started frozen, lots of frozen, and then the evolution of the new trend of burger is no frozen, it needs to be fresh. So can you sell them fresh or fresh enough? So back quickly, imagine one patty, and then someone said, okay, the patty is too small, let's put 2. But they're sliding. So how about
sliders?
Sticking them with some cheese in the middle? And again and again and again, and fast forward to today. I'll let you give me your insights on that. And today, black truffles, gold cover burgers, $5,000 burger, $60 for a gourmet burger in a Michelin-starred restaurant, burger with potatoes on the side with truffle oil or sweet potatoes. So the evolution of a burger went from a simple patty, imagine it, compare it to a Lebanese sandwich or a manouche za'atar. Okay, get me a burger, I'm having lunch. To what it has become today.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And the cheese, there's actually a story about this. I read it. I'm not sure 100% what I'm saying is correct, but I know the story, the principle of it. It was done by a person working in like a diner where he decided to put a cheese on it. So it wasn't like, it was an afterthought in a sense. So as you rightly said, like, let me see what happens. How can I do it? Does it taste better? And he put that cheese, and then the cheeseburger was born, which is kind of fascinating. Taking into account what you said, gourmet, Michelin star, all perfecting the burger in their own way. How they feel that they've done, put their touch to it, shows how beautiful and how amazing and how much we all love burgers. For somebody who's giving you, this gorgeous steak with foie gras on top and beautiful potatoes that are done, dare I say it in French, dauphinois or whatever, still wants to do a burger, still has the burger. Where the burger, when you think of it, is street food, diner, fast food. They've elevated this burger in a way to bring out their own touch, which is a great tool for them. So as a chef, he is Chef Michael Donqueron. He does an amazing burger. So he's recognized for what he does, but he also recognizes his burger because he puts his passion into it. And I think that's a wonderful story. Moving forward, I can see things, maybe I'm I don't care for it much, but not meat. So the Beyond Meats, the plant-based burgers, all trying to mimic and get the char look, the char taste, the burger, the meat flavor, all of that to put it in there in plant-based. What's your take on that? Because that's basically future, and it's been like this for the last 10 years growing. Every fast food chain now has an offering, whether it's McDonald's, whether it's Burger King, they have an offering of a plant-based burger. And I say the word burger with it hesitantly.
This is a long discussion that needs to start by agreeing. Are we agreeing that burger is a meat-based thing, so it's meat between 2 patties, or a burger it's anything between 2 buns, or anything between 2 buns? If we go from a burger is anything between 2 buns, so we would accept a chicken burger, a fish burger, a veggie burger, and everything in between. Yes or no? Exactly. If we start by confirming, if we want to confirm that a burger is meat, beef between 2 buns, so okay, wait, stop. All of these are inventions that won't last. So this is 1. 2, the first time I was invited to try a vegan burger, I was like, no, come on, I don't want to feel that, etc., etc. I closed my eyes, I put it between my teeth and felt, okay, wait, it just feels like meat. The texture has been perfected, the flavor has been perfected. Okay, fine. Why would I do that? I'm not vegan, but fine. When you take a step back and you stop and you look at the ingredients of that thing,
it's a lot.
You would say, okay, why would the hell I do that?
Yeah.
For a vegan person, a vegan has stopped eating meat. So why replicate it? A vegan has decided to stop eating chicken. So why replicate it? So why would he eat what that person...
He wants to make it be like meat.
Exactly. So for a vegan, they have decided, we respect them, not to eat meat. They do not want to feel that same feeling. They despise the feeling of meat or chicken or whatever. So the Impossible and Beyond and all of these companies, even Nestle has created one, and lots of, there's a new Emirati company that has created one. I forgot the name.
Switch is one here.
Switch, exactly. Are they catering for vegans, or are they catering for us who would like
meat lovers to switch? And
exactly.
Good name, by the way. Fantastic.
Fantastic. Exactly. So answering that question, Ramsey, how would you imagine the burger of the future? How would you imagine even more sophistication and more development, unscripted, just asking the question, of the burger in 5 years or 10 years?
Well, I like to base a lot of things on past performance for future. And if we look at if we look at, let's say, the fashion industry as a comparison. Bell bottoms, 70s, back. Different types of shirts, back. Crop tops. It kind of evolves, but it always has the essence of what it was when it came out. So hence the burger being simple, and the simplicity of it, and the beauty of it, I think that's basically the continuity and the constant denominator that's there. The common denominator throughout. That it'll always be there. Yes, we can add as many toppings as you want. Yes, you can try to put bread, egg yolk, and turn it into a meatloaf burger. But we will always come back. So I personally don't think that there's going to be any reinvention or inventing the burger, because I'm a strong believer, to answer your question, burger is meat, beef between two bread as the vehicle to bring it in. That's where I stop. So rightly, chicken, I catch myself sometimes, I mean, I'm human, chicken burger, and I bite my tongue and then I rephrase it. Even if I type it back, chicken sandwich. Would you like a chicken sandwich with your burgers? So I'm an adamant believer of that, and we will always try to evolve. We have purple buns, we have chocolate buns, we have
charcoal buns.
Yeah, charcoal buns. Yeah, exactly. So those little touches will be there. One, they could be a true definition of a fad, in and out. The others is here to stay, but it's not going to be the norm, let me say, or the mass majority of it. It'll be a special, under a special section, under a special month, burger of the month, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There's so many fantastic burgers out there that we have not even heard of, olive burger. You have burgers that have been poached in the US, which is one of the earliest ones. Poached, literally poached. Are we really gonna go, like we cringe when we poach chicken sometimes, although it's a fantastic method to then move on. So I personally, I think burgers are gonna stay true to its essence, and adding things can do it. But the plant-based, I think, has a strong following, and I think it's not gonna disappear. It's just gonna kind of work together with the burger business, personally. Yeah.
I've been waking up every morning for the last 10 years or so and saying, okay, wait, why burgers? And trying to answer that question that I just asked you, and saying to myself, what would be the next trend? How can I create something that is as sexy as burgers? Why isn't manouche as famous as a burger? Why isn't a hot dog sandwich as famous? Why couldn't we invent a chain, a big chain, worldwide chain, that would be a direct competitor to McDonald's? And I never had an answer. I couldn't find an answer. And yes, as you said, even chicken places, like the famous Pickle, has reintroduced meat to their menu. Because at the end, a burger is a beef. So I would love to talk about chicken sandwich, if you want to call it sandwiches, turn to be burgers later on, that are a trend and have become a trend. And from a simply deep fried piece of chicken that feels nice and crunchy, perfecting it to being super milky on the inside and super juicy on the inside, pickle style or others, or probably Chick-fil-A, who has said no to meat all the way chicken, and is growing so fast,
Yeah, very fast.
so fast along the states with all the restrictions they have and all the mentality things they have and beliefs. But still, yet, would you eat a chicken burger every day? Probably, exactly like a chicken burger. So it's a bit of a okay, wait, personal beliefs versus what it needs to be. So chicken are a trend and continuing to be. Why chicken? Because it's cheaper, created faster, cheaper for the pocket or for the person to order it, and it feels less fatty, even though it has way more hormones.
Yeah, perceived healthier.
Yes.
So perception. And when you have that chicken deep fried with all the bread on, so you're eating bread, double bread, deep fried in oil, when a beef, good quality meat, has natural fat, not trans fat, not reinvented, just the good thing. Yeah. Like eating a piece of steak. It looks greasier, it looks shinier, but if you take a piece of steak, which you can eat probably 100 grams or 140, reimagine it into a burger doesn't have more calories. The calories would come more from, and it will add up. So ketchup has sugar. Yeah, sauces.
The bread has sugar. Mayonnaise is fat. But the beef is just good beef.
Yeah. Hence keto. A lot of keto diets and whatnot is pushing that agenda in terms of healthier, cleaner, because it's cleaner. I'm team tallow, beef tallow. Everybody who knows me knows.
What is beef tallow for
so
the ones who...
beef tallow is the rendered fat of beef, beautifully filtered, and of course it's filtered and purified in a sense. But that's all you're getting, and that's what people enjoyed in McDonald's, the fries, because McDonald's fries, everybody hands down best fries. It's because of the beef tallow. They switched in their days. They switched from beef tallow to using seed oils, which, again, as I was saying, past, future. Fat, beef, fat, it's bad for you, the pyramid, and all of this nutrition. We had the whole 20, 25 years preaching to us. Breakfast, you gotta get your milk, Now today, we're going back to what we did before, which is no seed oils, low carb intake, higher protein, clean protein, which just proves to you that what we used to do, and if you look at even pictures and whatnot, everybody's slimmer, they look happier, there's no disturbance and whatnot. Tallow is huge. Tallow, for me, one of the most important things about beef tallow is there's absolutely no seed oils. You know exactly what it is, and you can make it at home. You can buy it. There's a lot of places now in the UAE that sell beef tallow, and it's wonderful. And the shelf life is long, whether you keep it outside or you put it in the freezer. So you can put it in the freezer, you can put it in the fridge, you can keep it outside. And the shelf life is 1 year and beyond. And the beauty of it is whatever you cook in it or fry in it, let me say that word, everybody's scared of the word fry. KFC, you know how they don't say Kentucky Fried Chicken anymore. KFC. The word fried is a taboo. So whatever you cook in it, you get that same taste. My fries we use 100% tallow in the shop. And when I say 100%, and we're now seed oil free completely. Like whatever we do, chicken, whatever we have. They come to me and they say, "Are these baked?" I'm like, "It's the tallow." And they're like, "What do you mean?" And I explain it to them, because you taste potato. There's a saying in Arabic, and tastes like oil. Tarjama or whatever, tamat al-zayt. You don't have that with beef tallow. That's the beauty of it. If you're doing potato, you taste the potato. If you're doing the chicken, you taste the chicken. So for me, it's very important to be part of this, and it's basically eating clean.
Would people eat a burger every day?
That's a good question. It's a very good question to me, especially where I operate with the students. I see them eat twice a day. And I'm not joking.
You would never be bored.
But I stop them personally. I'm like the soup Nazi when it comes to, you came in the morning, you came in the afternoon, you're not gonna have one at 5 o'clock. Get yourself a salad, get yourself something else, like enough. I try to. They're wonderful students, by the way. But I think if you do it right in moderation, you can. You don't have to have the bun on every single one. You don't have to put all the condiments on one. Right now, talking about trends, there was a huge trend, and I don't think it's a trend. It's there, which is a burger bowl. What is a burger bowl? What's the difference between a burger bowl? Yeah, what's the difference between a burger bowl and salad with steak?
It's a
ground beef versus steak.
deconstructed.
Yeah, exactly, absolutely. So I mean, what's your one food if you can only eat one for the rest of your life? What would it be? You know, but yeah, I think
It's the most sold item in the world.
Oh yeah, the U.S. 50 billion or something. 50 billion B.
All across the world, all across the countries, probably 19% of the world population had at least once in their lifetime a burger. Thousands and millions and millions and millions of burgers are sold every single day. So imagine how many burgers people eat, and yet you can do that daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis. Nobody would have a burger once a year.
No, it's not a special occasion. It might be a special occasion daily, but it's not a,
Despite having the bread in it, and if you want to compare it to the probably second most famous street food being a pizza, you won't have a pizza every day.
Yeah.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Would you have a burger for breakfast?
I have when I travel. You're messed up and it's 8 in the morning and you walk into the airport and you see something there that you like. Yeah, I would.
So since we have eggs with meat,
100%.
Since we have bone marrow in England, since we have noodles and seafood in Asian countries, so why not have a burger in the morning? I'm not saying start having breakfast burgers, but why not? So the bun is a bun, the cheese is cheese. So we added that piece of meat in it. It opens up your appetite, so you'll definitely be eating more during the day. But why not having burgers during in the morning? What I learned from my trip to Malaysia, when I woke up 8 a.m., jet lagged, went to the markets and started asking, what's for breakfast? And the question was, there's nothing called breakfast, it's just called food. Yeah. Eat anything. And back then I said, yeah, it makes sense. It's probably something we're used to eating dairy in the morning, used to eating something light in the morning, used to cereals in the morning. And it's something that has been put in our mind through television. Yeah. So why not a burger? We're not pushing for more burgers, but yeah.
Yeah, 100%. No, it's amazing how we can sit here and talk 10, 11, 9 episodes on the burger. That's
Unscripted, I'm going to remind myself of the burgers that I liked. I've been once invited to a kitchen of a very famous burger brand and discovered that they do have pizzas as well. And then I said, okay, wait, burgers, and the chef tells me, give me your burger. Let's create your own burger and you're going to put it on the menu. I said, wait, you know what? You have pizzas. I said, yeah. I said, burger. No, wait, you have pizzas, you have bread, you have dough. Give me the ingredients of a burger. So I got all the ingredients of a burger, prepared my meat, finished it, prepared all the ingredients, went to the pizza guy, asked him to give me a round dough, added everything inside the dough, wrapped it like a budget, like a bag, and threw it in deep frying. So what I had is all the meat was cooked, the ingredients are ready, my sauces are fine. What I did is I put it in oil for less than a minute plus. What happens is that oil goes on the bun and stops on the outside. It doesn't go on the inside. Even heat doesn't go on the inside. So what you have is a bowl of dough, like a falafel, golden on the outside, with all the ingredients of a burger inside. Cut it out. What you'll have, all the layers, cold vegetables, juicy meat. All the juices are kept inside, wow. And then a bite of that chipsy, crispy dough. And that call it deep fried because it is deep fried, but deep frying dough, the oil doesn't go in.
Deep fried ice cream.
It doesn't have time to go in.
Deep fried ice cream. Deep fried ice cream we have in the States.
And loved it. And that concept was created back then in street food markets when we did it in Lebanon. And they always sold out every single night. Good dough, done right, good oil, good temperature, nice wrapping, and the secret of it is you need to close it all. If you just have one small bit open, you're done. Oil goes in, you're done. So that secret of not cutting the dough or tearing it apart, and it made wonders.
That sounds amazing, by the way.
What's your burger?
I mean,
Something you would remember. While you think of it,
yeah.
I'll tell you about something else. So always we talk about burgers, condiments, and all the things. And there's that burger once I always talk about again and again and again. I'm not remembering where, but it was a round piece of beef, thick like this, 1.5, less than 2 centimeters, beautifully done. Probably the highest quality beef ever. Put on 2 buns, golden, shiny, egg washed on the outside, brioche, super well cooked, intensely buttered on both sides, and that's it. And when I bit into it, I felt, okay, wait, the juiciness and the red juices that went out of the patty, absorbed by the bread, by the bun, it was so nice. I said, okay, wait, you can create a magical burger without having anything that tricks your mind. You don't have to have the sweet of the pickles. You don't have to have the ketchup. What makes a Big Mac a Big Mac is that you would crave it again and again. And what would you crave? That perfection of ingredients that are, it's not the best quality meat. It's not probably the best quality patty, bun, but it's that intense sweetness that tricks your mind and says, I feel good after having it, and you'll want one again and again and again. So sweetness in the sauce, sweetness in the pickle, sweetness in the bun. So addition of sugar, you won't feel sweetness, so it's not like having a dessert, but that addition of sugar in your body in every single bite would ignite that need of more.
Yeah. The mix works well with it in the McDonald's.
Your burger.
And I love what you just said about being a purist, which is high quality beef and bun as your vehicle. And the bun happens to get the juices, so therefore that's your condiments. That's amazing. One burger that I really enjoyed was high quality beef. Again, same, about 6 ounce. It was a thick burger, medium, not past medium at all, almost on the verge of medium rare, medium. Because of the high quality of meat, he had steak à poivre sauce. And that was phenomenal. And the cheese was a very beautifully white aged cheese. So it just complemented it. And and that's it. He gives you a dipping sauce of the steak au poivre sauce there with the peppercorns, and the beef was pepper crusted. Heaven. And this is a place in New York, and it was fantastic. And I will never forget that. And I have pictures, and I've replicated it, and that's soon.
We both agreed that the diner restaurant with the comptoir, we both...
Apple Pan.
Apple Pan.
The Apple Pan in Los Angeles is fantastic. And it's basically consistency. He's been doing it forever. And by the way, the person who's still there, I Googled it just a couple weeks ago. He's still there. He's the same guy from when he started it in the 70s or 60s or whatever it was. Fantastic, yeah, Apple Pan. It's just, it's simplicity. I always use that word a lot. You can hear me saying it because don't get me wrong, I love sometimes to have my burger with condiments, whether it's the normal condiments, lettuce, pickle, onion. One thing I don't like, sorry, I'm jumping, is I'm not a fan of mushroom Swiss. I don't know why. I feel like I'm eating with a steak and knife, like a overpowered sauce with cheese and a mushroom sauce. So I'm not that fan. But I love lettuce, tomato, pickles, caramelized onions sometimes. Don't mind truffle, don't mind foie gras. I've had a burger that was amazing. If you guys know French Laundry, Thomas Keller, insane. And it was amazing. And it was open-faced. So you have one bun on the side, everything was on the bottom bun, and then you had the foie gras on the top. Oof.
So just to conclude everything in between. So what is a burger? We need to agree if everything between 2 buns is a burger, or we call it a sandwich. If you want to call them a burger, I've had a sushi burger, rice that feels like 2 buns with salmon in the middle and covered with a crispy stuff, beautiful with ginger in the middle and soy sauce and everything in between. And yes, in Lebanon. I've had a great a grilled salmon burger. I had a grilled fish burger fried. I had a fish and chips kind of burger between two buns. Patty 1, 2, 3, 4. The maximum I've had. I've enjoyed doing my own burger at McDonald's, putting 6 patties into it, and it felt so good. With cheese and sauce between one and the other. Chicken, grilled chicken, nicely juicy grilled chicken with the flavor of grilling, or deep fried chicken, beautifully done, where chicken is the main thing and not all the breadcrumbs around it. Between 2 buns, potato bun, brioche bun or normal bun, and you can go all the way to creating a lettuce burger, where lettuce burger. So burger is a journey. Burgers is hundreds or thousands of different possibilities altogether. Burgers of the past, burgers of the future. Whenever you say burger, the first image that comes to mind is a paper bag, small burger, cheese or yellow cheese that looks up from the outside. Considering cheddar is never orange, this is coloring, but anyway, probably made for burgers. Fries on the side, small, thin fries, McDonald's style, and a soft drink on the side. So this is a normal burger before all adaptations. Burgers 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, and all the modernization. We'll see you in the next episode.